Hey guys, it's the Chad, your C10 truck nerd. A while back I picked up this 1969 Chevy C10 that we call Dawn of the Donor. The reason why I snagged onto this one, I needed a good long bed and a good set of doors for a truck that I was building. Well, since I started parting this truck out, I realized a few things. Number one, I don't have any room to store all these used parts. Number two, one of my neighbors complained on me and now the city's after me. And number three, I may or may not have bought another truck. Great. Well, since I didn't have the room for this bed, I just did the right thing and posted it on the old FaceBase. And a guy out of Missouri hit me up within 24 hours and said, I'll take it. I said, great. Just make sure you got 4 big, strong guys that can lift it off of my truck and put it onto your trailer. Well, doesn't sound like he's got 4 big, strong guys coming, and I don't even qualify as one. So this should be interesting. So a long bed on a 67 to 72, it weighs upwards of 500 plus pounds. And like I said before, you usually need 4 big strong people to lift it up off of the truck and then down onto the trailer or the ground. I've been able to go through and stand these beds up on their nose, spin them around, and then lay them down onto the trailer on their rails. That works pretty good. You could do it with 2 guys, but 3 would definitely be safer. I've seen all sorts of different ways using engine hoists as well. I'm not quite sure what the heck we're gonna do today, so it'd be pretty interesting. Now, I did try to prep the bed already. I pulled the 8 carriage bolts out of the top of the bed here. I disconnected the wiring harness, so it should be free just to come straight up or fall off or whatever we're gonna do once he gets here, so stick around. So in the back of the truck, you would have 4 carriage bolts in the back of the bed holding it to the frame, and then another 4 in the front. A lot of these are just going to be seized with rust because they've been in there 50 plus years. You can try soaking them in WD-40. I think you'd be lucky if they just snapped off. What I ended up doing was I just got the death wheel and angle grinder and cut the heads off. But if you're worried about nice paint, just lay underneath the truck and cut the nuts off from down there and drive them out through the top. When we crawl under the truck, and the back frame rails is the taillight, turn signal, and reverse light harness. And this is something smart GM did. I complain about the way they build stuff sometimes. But all you have to do is just unplug it out of this socket. Now your wires are disconnected from the bed. So Brian's made it down to Kansas on a super hot day, and we're gonna start to pull this bed off here in just a few minutes. Well, welcome.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
You bet. Tell us what you guys are going to do with this old bed.
Well, we've got a 68 K20 that we're going to put the bed on. We didn't have a bed when we bought the pickup, so we need a nice box. This one looks really good, so we need to drop that on there so we can teach boys how to drive a manual. Old K20s. So.
Well, that's awesome. That's kind of why we started the channel, is just to get dads and kiddos working on trucks again. So
yep.
Appreciate you guys picking this up. Sounds like you kind of have a plan of what we're going to do today.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully we'll lift this up with a cherry picker and push the truck out of the way. And I got a little cart over here we'll put it on and see how that goes. It should go fine. I've had a bed on it once before, so.
All right, so either it'll work, we drop it, or we get hurt.
Yeah, the worst that can happen is it's going to hit the dirt and we figure out a way to get it off the dirt, so.
Where's that money at?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll pay for it first.
Exactly.
Well, let's get started and see how this goes. Are you hot, Luke?
A little bit.
You want to do this every day for a living?
No.
Yeah. So we had a failure because Luke's so strong. So we gave it all the horsepower. Luckily we didn't snap that caster all the way up. We did the back one too. We'll fix those up real quick. Well, I ain't gonna lie, it is freaking miserable outside and I need to take a quick break while they're still working over there. We're able to go through and use Brian's one-man bed pulling bracket kit and it worked pretty good. It's probably not the most efficient or the fastest way to remove a bed, but it still worked out, especially if you only have one guy. Now the fastest would still be getting 4 or 5 guys just picking the bed straight up off the frame and putting it wherever you want, or you can stand the bed up on end, spin it around and lay it down on the bed rail tops, as long as you're not concerned about scratching any paint. Now if you guys would be interested in one of the brackets that we used today, I'll put a link down in the description below and you can pick one up off of Amazon. So I think I should probably get back to helping them there, so. Yippee! How's it going, Brian? Doing all right?
Yeah, a little hot out here, but
Yeah.
I think we're about to get it fixed up.
Shade tree mechanicking.
At its finest.
So far, so good. We'll have this done by tomorrow.
Hopefully.
So we've got her all wrapped up and it only took us about 27 minutes plus 3 hours. But none of us got cut up, there was no injuries. We had a little failure on one of the casters of the actual bed card itself, but we got it all put back together and it really went pretty smooth. So they've got this loaded up, they're gonna head back to Missouri, take it nice and slow and get out of Kansas at least before they call me. So
At least getting the air conditioning, that's what we
yeah, you guys need an AC. I think we hit 95 degrees for close to 4 hours a day, so that was a good sweat.
Plenty warm, lost a little weight. So.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
It. Yep.
So we appreciate your time and thanks for watching.
Thanks, sir.
You bet.